This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 5, the police chief with more information on a man shot and killed by officers. But he also says it will take more time to answer a key question about that deadly shooting.
A parent says she's trying to hold a school district accountable. That's because she says administrators failed to protect her daughter from an alleged predator.
It's also the biggest internship program in the state of Indiana. We'll show you how one high school is working hard to help some young Hoosiers get hired down the road. Good morning to you all. I'm Rafael Sanchez, filling in for the very talented Meredith Barrett, who I hope this morning is just sipping on some coffee, maybe, relaxing somewhere fun.
I hope she's still sleeping.
I hope she's still sleeping,
5 o'clock.
No, I want her to be awake. Be awake, MB. Be awake.
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's great to have you here, Rafael.
Good to be here.
And we have Alyssa as well, talking about our forecast for today. It's been pretty much summer-like the past week or so.
We've been lucky in the weather department the past couple days. We had those storms sort of skirt past us on Tuesday. Things were pleasant yesterday. We had gorgeous weather, and today we are going to see those changes move in this afternoon. The first half of the day won't be too bad. Temperatures in the 60s across the area this morning. 63 in Bloomington, 65 in Zionsville and Lafayette, 66 right now in Logansport, and 68 in Indianapolis. Clear skies you can see on our sky cam, and we are going to continue to see that for a few hours yet. Now I want to show you just to the north of us, we do have this line of storms moving through. Most of that is moving towards Fort Wayne right now, has really skirted past most of central Indiana, and it's continuing to weaken. We can't rule out maybe a small stray shower making its way into some of you northern counties yet this morning, but for the most part, we are all going to start very dry and sunny today. High pressure has been in control. What's happening next, though, is that cold front is going to start moving towards us throughout the day. That's going to build in a little bit more cloud coverage as well as humidity, which means instability. That means we have that potential of showers and storms later this afternoon and into the early evening, which some of those could become strong to severe. Temperatures today climbing into the upper 80s.
Alyssa, thank you. Let's get a look at traffic right now. No crashes around the metro area to report, so that is great news. So we're planning out some drive times for drivers on the south side. Taking a look over here on State Road 37 as you're traveling northbound from the Bargersville area, State Road 144 up to the I-465 ramps at the Harding Street exit. A quick 13-minute drive, so no delays there. Rafael did this one for you. Franklin, all our friends down there, State Road 44, King Street area, heading northbound on the interstate at 65. If you're heading all the way up to the I-465 ramps, it's only going to take you 16 minutes. So that is traveling up to speed at this hour as well. Let's take a live look, though, in the downtown area for drivers heading to work early this morning. I-65 and I-70 at the North Split. Traffic here is moving along smoothly. Of course, we'll keep an eye out for any delays, and we'll keep you updated.
We are following a number of breaking news stories from overnight. Right now, one person in the hospital after gunfire in Speedway. And the shooting happened around 1:30 this morning. Police found the victim near a pizza restaurant at 21st and White Oaks Drive. The man taken to the hospital and was, we're told, confused, but talking to police. Police have not released any other details so far.
Also breaking this morning, one person is in the hospital after a shooting on the west side. This one happened around 3:45 this morning on Coosa Drive, that's near West 21st Street and Country Club Road. Well, so far, all we've been told is that the shooting victim is in serious condition. Of course, we'll continue to work to find out more information about the shooting, and we'll bring you that just as soon as we have it. Here at 5:03 this morning, there is more information on last week's shooting death of a man by Metro Police officers.
And Lauren, Police Chief Bright Roach says the department expects to have more information next week about that deadly shooting that happened during a traffic stop.
We were canvassing Sunday, came across some witnesses that we didn't have Friday and Saturday. The investigators are still working on that, still putting all that together. There's still interviews to do.
Chief Roach gave an update about last Friday's shooting yesterday. He says 2 officers shot Deshaun Downing after he pointed a gun at another officer during a traffic stop on 42nd Street on the city's northeast side. Police have said from the beginning the officers were not part of the body camera pilot program.
There is nothing, either video or testimony, that a couple things that has the whole story and that saw it all. There are people that heard things and there are others that saw things, but nobody's able to put all those pieces together. But at the same time, we have not heard anything that would indicate that which I just told you is different.
So far, the chief says he cannot answer a key question brought up by activists at a vigil for Downing: why a gun was not found near his body. You can see a detailed breakdown on what police say happened, and you can also watch the chief's full statement by going to the RTV6 app as well as clicking on this story.
I do know that she wasn't protected. She wasn't safe.
A Hendricks County mom is speaking out for the first time about a Tri-West high school teacher and coach accused of sexual misconduct with her teenage daughter. Coach Tyler Bruce is under criminal investigation, and now his accuser's mom says the school district needs to be held accountable. She spoke exclusively with Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny as her daughter went back to class on Wednesday.
The 17-year-old teen and her parents, Stacy and Mark Lewis, filed a tort claim on August 6th against Northwest Hendricks County Schools. It's a notice of their plans to sue and a demand for the school to retain all evidence in the case. They allege the school district failed to properly monitor Tyler Bruce, a coach and teacher at Tri-West High School. The claim alleges Bruce exchanged inappropriate messages with the teen late at night on Snapchat and touched her under her clothing on several occasions. Documents show someone made an anonymous call about Bruce being alone with the teen girl back in March, but nothing happened until months later when a school resource officer witnessed an inappropriate interaction between the two, and Hendricks County Sheriff's Office began their criminal investigation. Stacy Lewis says her daughter is suffering as a result of what happened.
Typically, we start out the first day of every school year with pictures on the front porch of, here's the first day. That goes onto my Facebook page. We're so excited. Today was really hard because rather than being able to take that picture, I had to be worried about if she was going to be safe when she pulled into the parking lot. What was going to happen to her today? What are they going to say? What are they going to do?
Tyler Bruce is still under criminal investigation and has not been charged. The school board voted last month to keep him on staff. However, he remains on leave pending the criminal probe as well as the Department of Child Services investigation. We reached out to the superintendent here at the administration building, and he told us he had no comment on this tort claim. Working for you in Hendricks County, I'm Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny.
Kara, thank you. Call 6 tried to reach Tyler Bruce via email and phone for his comments. So far, Bruce has not responded to our requests.
The time now is 5:07, and Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett is calling for an independent investigation after the leader of a city agency says someone referred to him using a homophobic slur. The Indianapolis Housing Agency has a not-for-profit group called Insight Development Corporation. Rod Morgan, the chair of that board, is accused of using the derogatory word against John Hall, the IHA executive director, after a meeting last month. Only on RTV6, I asked Hall about that incident.
I am familiar of the alleged comment, yes.
Should Mr. Morgan step down?
I think if he's under investigation right now, he should immediately remove himself. It is a very serious nature. Not only is it derogatory and discriminatory, it also undermines my authority.
We did reach out to Morgan, who has yet to respond. Those who say they heard the comment have reported the incident to IHA's Human Resources. It is time now to talk about hiring Hoosiers, and students are getting ready to explore their passion and a deep dive into the workforce well before graduation.
That's right. Today up in Noblesville High School, we're getting a closer look at their extensive internship program, and that's where we're finding our own Erin Lish. She joins us live this morning with more on what's being done to get those kids classroom to career ready. Erin, good morning.
Good morning. Of course, we have our Hiring Hoosiers initiative, getting you connected to jobs and different opportunities, and that is what they are doing here at Noblesville High School. They have their internship program. So a student that you're going to see in a couple of minutes, his name's Jack Judy, and he is one of those students taking advantage of this program here. He's actually going to do an internship for engineering and medical, and in that internship, he'll actually build different medical equipment and learn how they are made. So counselors will sit down down with these students their junior year to see what they're interested in, connect them to those local businesses. They go every other day for about 3 hours, and after school and weekends, those businesses can actually pay them. And at the end of the school year, they send a portfolio of all their work that they've done at these internships. The Chamber of Commerce uses these interns and has seen these students blossom and become confident. Former students we talked to say this cleared up their path to their college decisions.
This program allows students to learn a lot about business, a lot about the community, a lot about career opportunities, and then plan their path accordingly.
I don't want to have to spend more time in college than was necessary. So being in my internship program and really solidifying what I wanted to do before I went to college has actually really helped me.
They also learn soft skills, which focus on initiative, responsibility, and confidence, things that businesses look for in a person that they really want to hire one day. And this program has grown immensely. They say this is the biggest internship program in the entire state. Back in 2013, they started with only 22 students in this program. Now they have over 300. We're actually going to hear from Jack that you saw in the video in the next half hour. But for now, back to you in the studio.
Look forward to hearing that, and what an amazing program there in Noblesville. A reminder as we continue our Hiring Hoosiers coverage, the annual job fair hosted by Congressman Andre Carson, that's happening today. The Central Indiana Job Fair goes from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Ivy Tech Culinary and Conference Center on North Meridian Street. It is free, which is great, open to the public. The time now, of course, is 5:11. Let's check in with Alyssa Donovan, and she has your forecast. Alyssa, a possible change, but first of all, love the 68.
Yes, 68 right now. Very nice start, Rafael. Temperatures across the area close to average. We are going to see those climb into the upper 80s, some areas close to 90s as we head into the afternoon. So we are swinging way up today. Now, I want to show you just to the north of us, we have this line of storms that we've been keeping an eye on this morning. You can see a lot of that is starting to weaken, though. So best chance of showers and storms likely going to be in the afternoon because that is starting to die down. What's going on is we had high pressure in control yesterday. That's getting scooted out by that low pressure, that cold front that's moving in today. That's going to bring us a chance of showers and thunderstorms by this afternoon and into the early evening hours. That's going to be our best chance of seeing some of those. Now, some of those could become strong to severe as well, so good time to get your Storm Shield app. Temperatures today starting in the 60s as you're heading to the bus stop with the kids. Those chances of showers and thunderstorms could be coming right around that time you're picking them up from the bus, but better chance that we'll see those later in the afternoon and early evening.
Alyssa, thank you. He escaped from prison, and investigators believe he may already have killed while on the run. Next here on Good Morning Indiana, the massive search for a man police say is extremely dangerous.
Plus, they say a neighborhood road is crumbling and that the city has not done enough to fix it. Just ahead, RTV6 gets answers as to why that road has not been repaired.
Weekdays at 9 on RTV6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. It is 5:15 on your Thursday, and we're taking a live look at traffic here to the southeast. I-465 near Arlington Avenue, where this morning everything is traveling up to speed in both directions. But you see that flashing board there on your screen with some information. We're going to actually break down what that says for you coming up because we have another big interstate closure that goes into effect tomorrow night. Yes, another one. So we're going to give you all the details and some detours around it. Well, this morning, a massive search is underway for this man. Police say that he escaped from a Tennessee prison and also killed an administrator at that prison.
So his name is Curtis Ray Watson, and investigators say that he is extremely dangerous. Tennessee's Bureau of Investigation says the 44-year-old escaped Wednesday afternoon from the West Tennessee State Penitentiary north of Memphis. That prison was then put on lockdown when a prison administrator was found dead.
Correctional Administrator Deborah Johnson was found in her residence deceased at the West Tennessee State Penitentiary. There was indication in her residence that foul play was involved. Immediately following, the facility was locked down and official inmate count was conducted. At that time, inmate Curtis Ray Watson, 364744, was found missing from a work detail.
And we have more details this morning. Watson was in the middle of a 15-year sentence for aggravated kidnapping, and he previously served time on a sentence for child abuse.
At 517, RTV6 is working for you, shedding light on an Indianapolis road that drivers say is dangerous.
I was just very happy to, for RTV6 to actually bring this issue forward.
Bernice Anthony is concerned about the condition of Wilson Road between Lafayette and Eagle Creek Park on the west side. She and others who live in the area say the road is crumbling. She also tells us problems with the road have led to several crashes.
Here's the issue is that as you're coming up this road, there's all these drop-offs. We don't have the barriers that you see in some roads that allow so that you don't have cars falling off the road.
Right. Well, RTV6 reached out to the Department of Public Works. The department says that crews inspected the road after the issue was brought to their attention about 2 weeks ago. They determined an emergency closure was not necessary. Now, they say they've placed safety cones along the road, and they're working on a plan to prevent any future problems. Of course, we'll be checking back in on that situation. But first, here at 518, we want to get a check of our Thursday forecast. Alyssa, what can we expect?
So we are starting out very nice today, Lauren. A little bit humid this morning, but those temperatures not too bad in the upper 60s across the area. It's 68 degrees right now in Indianapolis. That dew point, though, 64 degrees right now. That's going to continue to climb a little bit throughout the day, which means we are going to see that humidity building in today as well. Winds right now out of the west-southwest, just about 8 miles per hour. Those winds will be picking up too out of the north because of that system moving in. And right now we do have just a line of storms moving through some of those northern counties this morning. A lot of that is starting to weaken as that moves towards us, but we are going to see just a small chance of a stray shower possible for extreme northern counties yet this morning, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm, but for the most part, that activity is happening later today. Starting clear this morning, we're going to see plenty of sunshine for the first half of the day. That high pressure that was in control yesterday cleared out a lot of our cloud coverage, and we were left with that sunshine for this morning. But next, that cold front is starting to drop in, and ahead of that, we are seeing that instability build, which means we have that potential of showers and storms later this afternoon. So here's a look at our TrueCast. Starting in the 60s this morning, we'll still drop down a little bit yet at some of those northern locations, and that's just because of those clear skies we're seeing. That's allowing for that cooling to happen. So if you are to the north, expect those temperatures in the upper 60s for a little bit longer this morning. By noon, hitting the mid-80s across the area, starting to see a little bit more cloud coverage coming in from the north. And then by the late afternoon and early evening, that's going to be our best chance of seeing a few stray showers and pop-up thunderstorms, mainly across northern and into central counties to start, and then we'll see that move into some of those southeast counties as we head into those early evening hours. Now, the thing with this is we do have that potential of a marginal risk of strong to severe storms across central Indiana, and then for eastern counties, you have a slight risk. So that's a bit more of a risk for you. The main thing with this is going to be the threat of some hail as well as some strong winds. Those winds are going to be gusty out of the west as we head through the day, and then we do have that potential of some heavy downpours at times in those areas that do see thunderstorms. However, it is just an isolated chance of seeing those today. So starting out sunny and nice temperatures in the 60s. We'll see those clouds build throughout the afternoon, temperatures into the upper 80s. So it's going to be a warm and humid day, and that is why we have that potential of some showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon. Tomorrow, clearing out, mostly sunny skies. That's how it stays into Saturday.
Alyssa, thank you. Let's take a look here on the southeast side of town, I-465 and Arlington Avenue. We're looking at this camera right now because we want to tell you about a closure that goes into effect Friday night at 9 p.m. This closure is going to last through Saturday, August 24th. So let's take a look at our traffic now map, and we'll show you exactly what area is closing on the interstate for some major work. It's right here, eastbound/northbound lanes of I-465 closing on Friday between the I-65 ramps there on the south side and I-70 over on the east side. So if you normally travel through this area and you're maybe trying to get to the east side of town, you can take I-65 and I-70 through the south, the north splits to kind of reroute around this. And drivers who are coming off I-74 there and wanting to go to the east side, you'll actually have to go southbound on 465, northbound on I-65 through downtown, and then I-70 eastbound. So another closure that is going to impact drivers, Raphael, and here we are. We're ready for it.
I am so happy you work here because without you...
We're keeping you in the know.
I don't know that I could get to work. With all these closures, I can get anywhere in Indiana. Lauren, thank you so much.
Yes.
You keep us updated on that. A legendary show, a reunion, and a tribute to a member of its cast who is no longer with us. Next, we'll show you the tearful goodbye to a dear friend right here on Good Morning Indiana.
Welcome back, 5:25 on your Thursday, and we're keeping a close eye on your commute as you're heading out to work or school. And this is I-465 at Keystone Avenue on the north side of town. Traffic here is moving along up to speed. Just a heads up, we have ongoing construction along Keystone Avenue north of this area, so just use caution as that takes you through to your drive this morning. Well, last night was the premiere of BH 90210. It's a scripted 6-week series featuring the cast of Beverly Hills 90210 getting together at a 30th anniversary reunion for the show and all the drama that follows.
Do you watch The Bachelor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
my
this was
pleasure.
The Bachelor of my time, right? It was just called 90210. There was no BH part of it, but one member of the original show's cast was never scheduled to be part of the new show. And of course, Luke Perry passed away from a stroke back in March. And during the premiere, his former castmates, they paused to pay him tribute.
We're not all going to be here forever, but we made something that will be.
To Luke.
I love you guys.
That was a show back in the day, guys. I'm telling you, the tribute to Luke Perry will continue on his most recent show, Riverdale, on the CW network. His 90210 co-star Shannon Doherty will make a guest appearance on Riverdale's season premiere this fall.
And you.
Now I know all about 90210.
I love the show. It was just fun.
I've seen it. It's a good show.
On YouTube. I lived it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, we're going to live through some possible... We need some rain.
We do need the
right?
rain.
Yes.
So it's
Oh my
goodness.
We have that chance of rain today. However, it's coming with some thunderstorm chances. So
some drama. See? Look at that.
It's your own 90210 in the weather department. 89 for the high today with that chance of showers and storms later this afternoon. And then we are clearing out just in time for the weekend into the mid-80s with lots of sunshine on the way. We'll be right back.
Drama coming to force it.
Only on RTV6 News.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It is safe for students to return to school. That's the message from Muncie officials after a student was arrested with a loaded gun outside of a high school. This morning, we're hearing from parents and students about that incident.
Also this morning, students find racist materials on an Indiana college campus. New overnight, how school officials are responding to those insensitive and derogatory flyers. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Indiana. I'm Rafael Sanchez in for Meredith Barrick. I did give her a call this morning.
Oh man, is she awake?
I think she's sleeping.
Okay, that's good. Well, I'm Lauren Casey. Want to welcome Rafael to the mornings with us, and we do want to talk about the weather first before people head out the door. It's still dark out there right now.
Can I just say something? What a city, what a view. And
you don't get to see it like this.
I don't get to see it this morning, no, but it's always amazing just to see we live in a beautiful place. Just got to say that. It's a beautiful place.
Yes, and we do want to check in with Alyssa and see if we're going to have a beautiful day in the weather department. Hey, Alyssa.
We are going to have a little bit of a hiccup this afternoon.
Okay.
So not great, but we are starting out nice this morning. And you know what, Ruff? I love that shot, too. That's one of our new cameras on the Salesforce Tower. Gorgeous shot of the city. Temperatures right now starting in the 60s this morning. 68 in Indianapolis, 63 right now in Bloomington, 70 already in Muncie. So we are warming up a little bit quicker in some spots, and that's just because we have that humidity building in from this system that's moving through to the north. So we do have this line of storms that we've been keeping an eye on this morning. That's moving into Fort Wayne right now. A lot of that is starting to weaken, but we can't rule out a chance of a stray shower, maybe a pop-up storm for extreme northern counties yet this morning, but more likely we're all going to stay dry and sunny to start out the day. Now, changes move in this afternoon, so high pressure has been in control yesterday and today, and now we have that cold front that's starting to sweep in. Ahead of that, that instability is building, which means we have humidity. That means the chance of some showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon and into the early evening. That's going to be our best chance of those. We are under a marginal risk of some of those storms becoming strong to severe, with the main threats being the possibility of hail, strong winds, and also some heavy downpours. So today, starting clear, those clouds will build in throughout the day. Those chances chances of showers and storms later this afternoon and evening.
Alyssa, thank you. Let's take a live look at traffic right now in the downtown area. As you're traveling between the north and south splits, this is what you're going to see. I-65 near Fletcher Avenue. You can see traffic there is moving along just fine. No crashes here to slow you down. So let's take a look right now at our Traffic Now map. Planning out your drive on the northwest side of town. I-65 heading southbound right now from the Dogleg. I-865 down to I-70 at the north split. No crashes, no delays. It's a quick 17-minute drive. Of course, we'll continue to keep a close eye out for any issues, and we're going to keep you updated.
At 5:33, we are following breaking news. This, of course, live pictures from the city's west side. We're told that a man in the hospital after a shooting on the west side. This happened at 3:45 this morning on Coosa Drive. That's near West 21st Street and Country Club Road. We're told a man in his early 30s was shot by 2 male suspects. The victim is now in critical condition. The suspects, we are told, ran from the scene. At this hour, police are still working to learn more on the surrounding to what led up to the shooting. We'll continue to work to find out more information and bring it to you as we learn it. Again, these are live pictures from the shootings on the city's far west side. As after every shooting, it takes time to collect a lot of evidence. So we expect that part of the city will be sort of busy with investigators, give them some room to do their jobs. We expect some traffic issues there, some streets closed. But again, police investigating a shooting there on the city's west side. Will keep you posted.
And also, Raphael, overnight, we are following another issue where a man had to be rushed to the hospital. This is following a shooting that took place in Speedway. This was the scene here near 21st and White Oaks Drive around 1:30 this morning. Police tell us that they were originally called out to a nearby pizza joint, but they found the victim just down the street. The man was taken to the hospital and was a little bit confused, but talking to police have not released any other details surrounding that incident.
This morning, Muncie police say students are safe. You are safe to return to class. They believe the situation involving the student who was arrested outside of Muncie Central High School with that loaded gun was just an isolated incident. Police say someone gave a school resource officer a tip telling them the 15-year-old student had left school and was coming back with a gun. The school resource officer was able to quickly notify street officers and provide a description. They found that student right across the street from the high school. Now, after a struggle with him, they were able to arrest him, and they found that loaded weapon. And parents say hearing about this situation, as you can imagine, is scary, but they also are very glad that things turned out for the best.
I'm scared. I kept thinking back to all the shootings that have been happening, and I was like, oh God, not my daughter. Not any child. And it was really nerve-wracking.
Like, when I found out, I was actually terrified. Like, something could have happened to all me and everyone else in school. And it was terrifying.
Police say a lot of things went right in this case, starting with someone reporting the tip to the school resource officer. They say if not for that tip, officers would not have been able to respond and get the student in custody as fast as they did. Police say it's also unclear what the student's motive was in this case. He is currently being held at the Youth Detention Center.
At 5:36, police say new charges will be filed today against a man accused of shooting his pregnant girlfriend up in Anderson. 29-year-old Alexis Wasson was carrying twins. We learned the second unborn child has died. The other baby boy died on Tuesday. Wasson remains on life support. Investigators say feticide charges will be filed against Skylar White. According to court documents, White told his mother Friday's shooting was an accident.
University of Southern Indiana officials are investigating racist flyers found on that campus. The flyers were found on about 40 vehicles between the Science Building and the Children's Center. Campus police are investigating this incident. Students found similar flyers on that campus back in November. The campus issued a statement on social media saying, in part, this type of rhetoric is not condoned on our campus. We value a climate of respect and acceptance of all, regardless of similarities or differences.
Now, in Hiring Hoosiers, a program that puts people to work and gives people leaving prison a second chance is now expanding. Recycle Force is getting a $1.5 million grant from the U.S. Department of Labor. The organization says the money will be used to train 190 people. Jennifer Huffman says Recycle Force gave her a chance back in 2017 after several other companies would not.
It's changed my life a lot. Like, I've got to get where I'm at now in my life, and I've bettered myself, improved myself. It's because of Recycle Force.
Earlier this year, Congressman Andre Carson wrote a letter to the Department of Labor in support of this grant proposal. Well, we know students can go different paths after high school, maybe college or right into the workforce, but are they ready?
We hope they're ready. Noblesville High School students are getting the tools that they need to prepare for life in the real world. Our Hiring Hoosiers initiative works to connecting you to jobs and training and resources. And this morning, our Erin Lish is live outside the high school where they're getting students classroom to career ready. Erin, good morning. What's going on? Fill us in.
So students, they are getting to discover their passions, build confidence, and voice their opinions, ask questions in real-world situations here at Noblesville High during their internship program. Noblesville student Jack Judy looks up his internship at Ambassador Medical, learning the process of creating medical equipment.
I'm looking forward to working with people who are in the field, who can teach me more about engineering, and so they can help me make the final decision of, is this something I want to pursue in college?
He's one of more than 300 seniors at Noblesville High in the internship program.
Our goal is to make them marketable and more competitive in the long run as they pursue their career pathway.
They can leave school for their internships for up to 3 hours every other day. The Chamber of Commerce says students are providing new insight for businesses.
Things like social media that were probably not on the radar screen of most businesses, a decade ago. Now they have to do something and they're not sure what to do. And these students are helping those businesses work through all those ideas.
One former student who interned with the city's planning and development team says this helped her grow.
It really brought me out of my shell. I had to go in and meet all these new people in an office, kind of learn to ask for help in things that I didn't understand.
Jack hopes to have the success like Abigail, who's now in college for architecture, thanks to this internship program.
I know so many people who have switched majors because they didn't know what it truly entailed, what their major meant. And this program has really helped me find out what I wanted to do.
So through this internship, they also learned soft skills, which includes initiative, responsibility, and as Abigail said, confidence. So we're going to hear a little bit more about this program in the next half hour. But for now, back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Erin. We are going to see some changes as we head into the afternoon. We do have a line of storms that we've been keeping an eye on this morning. That is moving towards Fort Wayne. It is starting to weaken, but we can't rule out just a pop-up shower or two for some of you northern counties yet this morning. Most of us, though, will be dry to start out today. A cold front will move through as we head into the afternoon. That's going to bring us the potential of showers and thunderstorms across central Indiana and into southern parts of Indiana. The main thing with this is we do have that potential of some of those storms becoming strong to severe. So keep an eye on that. We'll, of course, continue to keep you updated. The main threats will be hail, possibility of some gusty winds, and some heavy downpours. Today, our highs climbing quite a bit. We're going to be into the upper 80s. Those clouds are going to increase as we head into the afternoon. It's going to be a breezy day as well with those winds out of the west up to 15 miles per hour, those gusts near 20 miles per hour.
Alyssa, thank you so much. And more concerns surrounding vaping and e-cigarettes. Ahead this morning, the claims prompting a new federal investigation just opened by the FDA. You're watching Good Morning Indiana on RTV6.
Buy a box and help all kids be Tigers.
Welcome back. It is 5:44 here on your Thursday, and we want to plan out your drive to work, maybe even school this morning. Here's I-465 in Man Road. This is the southwest side of town. You can see lots of headlights moving across your screen. Everything's traveling up to speed. No crashes in this area to slow down your morning commute.
At 5:44, let's talk hurricanes. And so far this Atlantic hurricane season, there have been just 2 named storms, with only Barry reaching a hurricane level. Now, NOAA will update the forecast of the 2019 Atlantic hurricane season outlook later today. That season, hurricane season, runs through November the 30th. In more news, a local Ohio school board meets tonight to decide whether to release the records of accused Dayton mass shooter Connor Betts. ABC News is among a long list of news organizations seeking his disciplinary history. Former classmates say that Betts was suspended for compiling a hit list and a rape list.
Well, Raphael, taking a turn right now, we are anxiously awaiting the launch of the Atlas V rocket from the Kennedy Space Center. The United Launch Alliance built Atlas V, and it's carrying an extremely high-frequency communications satellite. The satellites provide connectivity between U.S. leaders and deployed military forces. This is a launch that is the 80th launch for the Atlas V, and of course, we're anxiously awaiting. We hear that they're assessing some sort of technical issue, Raphael, but 90% chance that this is going to happen this morning.
We would love to see that take off this morning, and hopefully Alyssa can check out what the forecast is in that area, because, you know, it all depends. Besides the technical stuff,
yeah,
the weather
is very important.
The weather people are always in control of stuff, so, you know, we have to check in with Alyssa to see. Maybe they'll call her and say, can the Atlas V actually take off?
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on this.
Yes, we will.
But it all hangs on Alyssa Donovan's forecast. We'll see what happens.
All right, sounds good. Well, hey, don't let yourself or someone you know, Raphael, miss out on $50,000.
As I said earlier, I will share. If I could find this ticket, I will share with you and Archie and everyone else. Now, that ticket was purchased a long time ago at the Pike Food Center. That's on Pendleton Pike on the far northeast side of Indianapolis. The ticket dates back to February 9th drawing, 5 o'clock tonight. 5 o'clock is the final deadline. The winner will lose out on the prize if the ticket is not claimed by what time?
5 o'clock. Ooh, a lot of regret if you find that after 5 o'clock.
It has to be in your pocket somewhere. Check your purse.
Check your purse, check your car.
Something. We're expecting a big payoff today, hopefully in the weather department with a little rain. So
my lawn needs some rain.
Come on, Alyssa Donovan. The rocket launch and our lawns need you tonight. Come on.
So just so you know, Raphael, it's clear at the Kennedy Space Center right now. I did check for you. I knew you were going to double check with me. It's clear and it's nice. So those must just be some technical difficulties.
Alyssa Donovan is global. She covers all of Indiana and Florida.
And here today, we are going to start out very nice and clear as well, and then things are changing as we head into the afternoon. Those storms are going to be possible later today. Now, some of those could become strong to severe. We have that potential mostly in the late afternoon and into the early evening hours. That's when we're going to see those chances, and then that's going to clear out just in time for the weekend. We are going to see some nice conditions tomorrow as well. Right now, 68 degrees in Indianapolis. It's also 68 in Kokomo. We're picking up a little bit more cloud coverage there to our north. Bloomington at 63. That's our cool spot right now. That clear sky overnight allowed us to cool off a little bit, and then we are warming way up today just as that humidity builds with this system moving in. Now, I want to show you we do have this line of storms we've been keeping an eye on just to the north, moving towards Fort Wayne. Now, we can see that has weakened quite a bit, but we can't rule out just a stray shower for some of those northern counties yet this morning. Most of us, though, starting out very dry, and that is due to that high pressure that built in yesterday. That is in control still, but that's changing as we head into the afternoon. We have a cold front that's moving in, and that's going to bring us that instability ahead of it, bringing us that humidity as well, which means that chance of some showers and storms. So later today, we're going to see those clouds build in. By the noon hour, we'll see mostly sunny skies still here in Indianapolis, but a little bit more cloud coverage to the north, those temperatures in the low 80s. And then by the late afternoon, that's when we'll really start to see that cloud build in. And then into the early evening, that's going to be our best chance of those scattered showers and storms picking up right across central Indiana. Those are going to be short-lived, though, the ones that we do see. Now, we are under a marginal risk across most of Indiana. Now, what does that mean? Isolated severe storms possible. Anything that we do see will be limited in duration and coverage. And our main threats with that are going to be the potential for some strong winds, hail, and also that heavy downpour at times. Winds today, a little breezy out of the west. Those are going to be up to about 15 miles per hour at times, and those gusts close to 20 miles per hour. So you're going to notice that breeze today, and it's going to be humid outside. Not a comfortable day out there, but we are going to see plenty of sunshine to start. 89 for our high, and then we have those spot storms moving in this afternoon. Mostly sunny again on Friday. High pressure's back in control for the weekend.
The time is 5:49, and new this morning, a possible hidden danger related to vaping. The FDA's, it's time for traffic first.
We're going to cut in here and do a quick traffic update, Raphael. I know, tricked you here, but we do want to take a look at the detour. This is coming Friday. We're talking about this. Another interstate closure that that you can expect. This is on the southeast side of town. Goes into effect Friday at 9 p.m. Reopens August 24th. So this is impacting drivers heading eastbound and northbound here on I-465. To get around this, several side streets you can use, but you can also use the interstates I-65 and I-70 through the downtown area. But this is a change that is going to impact a lot of people, Raphael.
This is what happens when you fill in. You just kind of start talking.
You're not used to having traffic thrown in here.
I know, just to make sure to follow the script, Sanchez. Follow the script. Follow the road.
Now let's talk about vaping.
Yeah, at 5:50, new this morning, a possible hidden danger related to vaping. The FDA says it's investigating 127 reports of seizures, fainting, or tremors possibly related to e-cigarettes. The agency announced the investigation just yesterday. The reported cases happened between the years 2010 and just this year, with the first time and experienced e-cigarette users. The FDA says it has not determined if vaping has not been directly linked to the case. So which emoji would you use if this, check it out, if this popped up in your neighborhood? Ahead in our trending 6, why neighbors in this community say this pink emoji painted home is retaliation. You think?
Oh, yeah. And download the RTV6 app right now, and you can read more about a vigil. It's happening tonight up in Bartholomew County. This is to honor the victims of the shootings in El Paso and Dayton. Time right now is 5:51. Stay with us. You're watching Good Morning Indiana right here on RTV6. We're going to be right back.
Tuition free in Indiana.
So before you head out the door, it is time for the Trending 6.
That's right. These are the stories that everyone's sharing online today that you're going to want to know about.
So what's the emoji for this frustration? It might come in handy for a group of Manhattan Beach, California residents irked over a pink house decorated in emoji art. Neighbors complain the house is a tourist attraction, bringing increased activity to this quiet neighborhood. One neighbor insists the mural was put up as retaliation after neighbors reported the homeowner for using her home as a short-term rental.
Yikes.
Yikes. Ouch.
Well, authorities out in Carter County, Tennessee are looking for a 22-year-old named Luke Skywalker.
Dun, 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 dun,
Carter County authorities were clearly aware of this joke in a Facebook post. They said he was not armed with a lightsaber or missing a hand. And of course, the post got a lot of attention, even from actor Mark Hamill, the actor himself. And he talked about the case on social media, tweeting, quote, "The sequel that nobody asked for and nobody wants to see."
We're friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this one is good. The world has been without these great friends, the love of Ross and Rachel, Monica, Chandler, and Joey, and Phoebe for 25 years. Now Lego is teasing what appears to be a Friends-inspired block set on its Twitter account. Although there's little, well, really no information to go on, the internet is abuzz, and Friends debuted back on September 22nd, 1994, so we may know more before its 25th anniversary.
That's cool. Well, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Disney has plans to remake the classic 1990s holiday movie, Home Alone. The company's CEO announced that they are reimagining the film for its streaming service for Disney+. So far, there's no word on when the movie might premiere or who will be cast.
And it looks like the hostless award shows are now becoming a trend. The Emmy Awards is becoming the latest show to pass on an MC, though I am available, by the way.
Yes.
The 71st Primetime Emmys airs September the 22nd. The plan is very similar to the Oscars, which went hostless this year, as you may recall, after Kevin Hart pulled out following some controversial tweets.
Well, ferrygoers in New York were left buzzing when the New York Police Department was called in to remove 25,000 bees. Wow, the bees were hanging on the Staten Island ferry terminal. All the bees were safely relocated, and no one was hurt in this successful sting operation.
My friend Sarah Modi is a beekeeper. She would say, if you see a beehive, call the beekeepers, because we need all the bees possible to pollinate the world. So just keep that in mind. Beekeepers are sensitive about, don't mess with the bees.
And Alyssa knows all about bees from her State Fair story.
I do.
That was a great story.
Yeah, it was fun. I learned a lot about beekeeping, and I think they'd say to call them as well. Temperatures today starting in the 60s this morning. We are going to see that high pressure move out. Cold front moving in today. That's going to bring us the potential of showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon. Some of those could become strong to severe, so very good time to get that Storm Shield app. Highs today in the upper 80s. We'll be right back.